Okay, I'm gonna hang you up. Okay, Jermaine, you ain't church boy, so don't do that. Cause it was Jason Duck or Jason. Cause y'all ain't gonna make me. We got to think about who the five heartbeats are. Who? Cause I want me choir boy.
All right,
Okay, I think.
that's me. Let me mute this other TV.
Okay, are we live, everybody? Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. This is Pastor Mark with Brothers on the Block. I want to thank y'all for being here. We're just a tad run behind schedule. You know, technology can do that to you. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we're going to be talking about sports from the brothers' perspective, giving you this faith-based insight on the things that we see within our community, but more importantly, within our sports world. Going to make it fun, going to make it great, especially for those men that you may not normally go to a church service, but you would normally, hopefully, would 10 brothers on the block. And so I have with me Jason Maryland, brother from the D-Town, a Baltimore fan all day. We got brother Jay Nation.
What's up?
This brother is somebody who's a hater. That's all we need to know. He's a bandwagon affiliated brother.
We just gonna start that off the bat, huh?
Man, we just right into the petty bag immediately.
because this is what the AJ knows. This is what Dallas fans do. We get petty when we don't win. And so we're gonna start off AJ, who's a diehard Cowboys fan. Now, you know, I'm from the greatest city in the world. They had it named only once, not twice. Big D, Dallas, Texas. All right. So that's my dig at New York. That's how I'm being petty today. So anyway, so we want to start off breaking news. I will try and get my little sound together. That'll be next week. But breaking news today, not even breaking news 24 hours, not even breaking news 12 hours. We're talking about breaking news in the last 6 hours. What we've seen is a brother, and I think Jason has all the details on that. Jason, can you break that down on Patrick Mahomes, franchise quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs? This guy who is the Super Bowl MVP, I believe, and also Super Bowl champion from Texas. Remember that. From Texas. Has signed an historic deal today. Jason, you got those numbers?
Yeah, Mahomes signed a 10-year extension worth up to $503 million. Includes 477 in guaranteed mechanisms is what they're labeling it as. It's the ability, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives Mahomes outs in this contract if they aren't exercised. He's set to make 2.8 next year, and then 24 million the year after that. So I mean, like they kind of got a deal on the Kansas City side. They just stretched it out with all the other things in play. But I mean, it's still a amazing deal nonetheless, and not to downplay
it. Amazing. So. Jermaine, what you think about this, man? What's going on?
I mean, I think it's definitely a great deal. I think that it sets the precedent for other quarterbacks that are in his situation, like Lamar Jackson, to say, hey, you know, this is what I've done for Baltimore. I need my money. And so I think that it's a great deal. I think it's a great deal for him. I don't know that I would sign something like that for 10 years. But I mean, I think that it's, you know what I'm saying, he's able to then bank that wealth, you know, for generations to come.
Yeah.
AJ, man, what's your thoughts, man? This big, this generational money, this multi-generational money. What you think, man?
It's generational wealth. Just to piggyback on what Brother Jermaine said, it's 10 years. That's a long deal. But when you just look at the clause, the incentives in it, where he can opt out, injury guarantees in there, I think it was just the best deal for him. Nobody else can could afford to do that. So, man, the brother got paid, and he deserved it. He deserved every snap of it.
Yeah.
And it's it's actually 12 years total because he still had 2 years left on his rookie
That's on,
contract.
right? Yeah, right.
I mean, what we really talking about is he's playing for a whole decade. But I mean, in reality, a lot of people want those shorter deals so then they can re-enter the market. But he's saying no matter what, I'm good with the market. Y'all can
Yeah.
take me out of that. I mean,
Right.
and I can't see how he's not gonna hit the incentives.
Right.
You know,
And he will. He's gonna hit those incentives. He's proved it time after time.
and this is not his advertising money. Because if I'm a $500 million quarterback, I know my advertising money probably going to be $25 million per year too.
Mm-hmm.
This really, to me, he's a $1 billion quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that it also puts a target on his back as well. It's like, okay, we've paid you all this money. Now we are expecting consecutive, playoff berths, consecutive, Super Bowls. So it's a lot, it's going to be a lot for him to live up to. Not to say that he can't, but it's just going to be a lot.
Most definitely.
So who does Andy Reid look like a genius right now? This is a guy, remember, Mahomes was overlooked. He was not the first pick. Andy Reid moves up to go get him when it looked like no one else was trying to get him. And Andy Reid has turned this guy who was a backup for Alex Smith, who was a Texas Tech quarterback coming out, out of college. Andy Reid's like, oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. And he brought the Chiefs, a Super Bowl. They hadn't had Super Bowl since the late 1960s, and now they reward him with basically a $500 million contract. He's secure.
That's big.
Yeah, I mean, and that deal, I mean, I thought Mike Trout's deal in baseball was crazy at 426 million. But 503 is man.
So this is somebody who said, I'm glad, thank you for joining in with that. Somebody said this. So if he doesn't have the pieces around him, how does that look? Because you're making $500 million, but your team, you don't want to be Archie Manning. Archie's a great quarterback. The New Orleans Saints was garbage around him. No, this isn't the Saints. I want the Who Dat Nation to come after me, but we all can speak that. That was truth. Mm-hmm. So you don't want Patrick Mahomes looking raggedy because you can't have a line. You can't have all these other pieces. Do you think it's going to make the NFL kind of relook, or maybe the Chiefs are already looking at what can they do to change that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that contract is leverage for him to say, okay, if you want me to perform, I need you to go out and get some more pieces. Not to say that his pieces aren't good right now. So if he can keep those same pieces or maybe even add to that, I think he's set for a long time. But again, I think it's leverage to say, okay, if I'm not performing well, if I'm constantly, getting sacked or, almost getting hurt because I don't have a line, then I think it's leverage to say, okay, go out and get me the pieces and I'll make magic.
So, but how can they get those pieces if most of the cap is gone?
Yeah, right. Right. And that's what I was going to say next. Right. When you think about those pieces, it's what are you going to get? Because now you're going to have to get, kind of on that low end and just have to try to hope that you can coach them guys up or can get them to Pat Mahomes level. And that's going to be a tough task itself.
But with him taking a longer deal, with it being stretched out as, the market's values and things go up, money, goes up, revenue, all the other money pouring into the organization. Plus they get him cheap this year. It kind of works out. Kind of works out in both favors. They got him at a discount early before all the big money kicks in. So I definitely think they still got a lot of wiggle room. They got 2 years of wiggle room really before they really start getting hit over the head.
Right. Well, and I think with this kind of deal, and this is what we don't speak to a lot, is that you have to draft well. All your picks are valuable. You just can't blow off the 7th pick, and you can't blow off free agent coming out of college signing, you're going to have to be a revolving good contracts with young guys kind of organization. And that's possible because to me, Andy Reid shows that, hey, I can draft well. There's all the people on his team, you can't tell me, oh, we all knew they were going to be superstars. I mean, from the tight end to the wide receiver with Hill, I mean, this guy makes moves that other people are not going to make. And he did that with the Eagles because you can't tell me you were looking at Westbrook and people like that during that time. So that's my thought, that they're going to have to draft well.
Yeah,
Indeed.
every pick matters. Every pick matters. Every pick counts from here on out. If you want to continue to play at this level.
Right.
Mhm.
And
So go ahead.
I'll just say for the record, Mahomes by himself is 15% of the Chiefs salary cap.
Man.
15. So then there was a gentleman that said Mahomes is the only guy that could command that kind of money. Dak, Watson, Lamar are going to have to settle for 35 to 40. Okay. As we see, Mahomes got this $500 million contract. We can't even break that up into the three people. Our first will go with Lamar. Can Lamar demand this kind of money?
Nah, I don't think you can. Pat Mahomes, last year, the year before the Super Bowl, went to the AFC Championship game, lost to the Patriots, came back and got them all the way. Lamar has a lot to do to say, hey, I need this kind of money. We need to see you constantly play better. We need to see you constantly get better. The Ravens have to get better before they're gonna try to say, hey, we can get this to Lamar.
Well, see, I mean, I let Jermaine hit up on this, and especially I want to hear from Jason because he is our Ravens resident fan.
Yeah.
But Lamar has always been the guy who you forgot about. In college, this is a Heisman Trophy winner. He's somebody who the Ravens, knew someone his last big acts before he retired as a great, really Hall of Fame general manager. Last big acts was going back in the draft, going back in the first round, and getting Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson took this dude's job and ran him out of town where he can't find a good job now, the old quarterback. And now with Lamar, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be, okay, you don't think I can make this kind of money? I feel like this is that kind of adrenaline or this kind of motivation. You say, I'll show you.
You got to go prove it. Show us. We got to see it. I don't believe it. He got to show me.
I mean, he gonna get paid. It ain't gonna be no 10-year deal. But I mean, with Mahomes setting that bar, now you kind of got something to shoot at. But I think maybe a 4-year deal, probably for Lamar is good right about now. But I think he's still got another year to go on his contract before he really gets to see that money too.
Yeah.
So the other person is Watson. Now we know he. So see now, hey, y'all.
Wow.
I feel like y'all not getting Lamar that, but I ain't gonna even talk about it. Y'all want to get Lamar that love. Lamar almost they made it to the playoffs twice in his first 2 years. That's okay, but Watson,
So did Dak.
Okay, we ain't got the deck yet. But Watson.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Dak is like the dude right behind me.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Come on, talk it.
But I want to put, is Watson going to be getting that kind of money?
No, sir.
No.
No time.
I think Watson doesn't get that kind of money because who he playing for. I think this dude's a winner. Watson has always been a winner, but he's in the wrong organization. The Hunt family and Andy Reid going to take care of their people. The Houston Texans is not. They just traded away one of their best players for nothing. Yeah. Like that's a garbage organization. I won't say it. It's true. The Houston Texans do not care, and Watson need to try. He does not need to sign. He's like, I need to get up out of here because you're going to be Arch Manning. You don't want to be that dude. I got a comment saying none of them deserve the kind of money right now. Pat is one of the kind of talent who who has performed, Lamar has potential. Other guys says Watson doesn't have Hopkins this year, so this is the year to show that he's a guy that will fill in the piece of that wide receiver. My fear for Watson is he's gonna get hurt because they don't have anybody.
Because they can't protect him. Yeah.
Right. I feel like he's set up to fail. That if he does prove it, this dude is Watson, like I said, is a true talent. Now, okay, here we go with the elephant because the haters about to come out. The haters about to come out. So Dak, I don't want to say Dak. Come on, I'm not talking about the $400 million. Can Dak get just $35 million?
He doesn't deserve it. We talked about that last week. He don't deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely covered that one in great depth last week. Ain't nothing changed since last week.
Right.
But he don't deserve it.
All right. Now, I just want to move on, AJ, because I feel like there's a lot of, when we talk about, hopefully, when we get to Super Bowl,
Because we're going, and then Dak gonna demand that type of money in a minute.
And then that's when we're gonna wild out. We're gonna look like the Who Dat Nation. We're gonna have our Cowboy stuff on it. They ain't gonna want to show up for the show that day. But it's gonna be okay.
Is this before or after Jesus comes back?
These days it look like the Book of Revelation outside. I don't know.
Right.
Okay. So
somebody commented and said Dak needs to go to a new team. No, Dak needs to stay right where he is.
Right.
Reading the article, as much as Prescott has proven his worth as a franchise quarterback, it's Deshaun Watson, the other Texas-based quarterback in our scenario, who could have an even higher value. While Prescott has piled his trade in a fairly stable offense behind one of the league's best offensive lines, Watson is sadly tied to a horrible Texans head coach and a general manager of Bill O'Brien. But the value is there for him to get a better deal per this SI article.
Now, I will say this, and I'm glad Brian brought it up, one of our commenters, and Mike Fisher is reporting this. I believe the Cowboys are going to be signing him today. He didn't sign a franchise tag to sign that tag. That was to close us out. And I think it was something to win to say, hey, the Chiefs, the Hunt family lives in Dallas. They live over in the Highland Park area. They probably run into Jerry Jones like, we about to sign our quarterback. What? And we about to sign on big time money. I think Jerry like, let me go ahead and sign this dude up for y'all. You get big headed and so forth. So I think that's why Dak gonna get his stuff signed, and that's probably why he signed this stuff last week, because you don't put a $500 million deal overnight.
Oh no.
So and conversation.
And that 4 year, 35 years, I think that's good for Dak. I think that's perfect for him because I mean, let's go play, let's go ball, and after that 4 years, after 3 years, you can demand more, and then you can get that long term lifetime money.
And the truth is that we're gonna move on from this because some other two folks like whatever, hate. And I'm gonna say this is not a hate on Dak. Dak is in the best situation out of all the quarterbacks we talked about. You have possibly the best trio of wide receivers. You probably have the best running back. You have a great offensive line. I think you're going to upgrade over tight end over old boy Jason Witten. Over tight end. Dak comes into the best situation. You got a better you got a better coach than you did last year. You come in nice. You should perform. And I know if he doesn't, the hate birds are going to be out there strong.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave it there because I don't want nobody, I want to be friends after, and I just want to say it's just a joke. So our next topic of conversation, in these winds of politics and everything going on, there is in the wind a team name change in the NFL, which does not happen often. We've seen it in the NBA, where the Washington Bullets became the Washington Wizards. We've seen the Bobcats become the Hornets and things of that nature. Well, in the NFL, this does not happen often. The Washington Redskins are in talks about changing their name to something else. What are your thoughts, gentlemen? Don't be scared.
Yeah, change it.
Change it, okay. From a Cowboys perspective, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm cool. I hate you anyway. I love to see you struggle. I love to see you've been struggling. You don't know how to draft nothing. You don't know how to do nothing right. I love your failure.
Might as well.
Right. Your minority owners, and that seriously does not mean people of color. I mean, I don't have the majority stake in the team. They all want to leave. The FedEx chairman, who owned part of the team, want to go. The DC won't even let them start breaking ground. I hate the Redskins, and I love to see them fail.
Wow.
And that's the truth. If you're not a Cowboy fan, then you can't be a Cowboy fan and love on the Redskins or the Eagles or the Giants. I hate the Giants. I hate the Eagles. I love my boy Jerome. My boy Jerome, we go way back from college. He's an Eagle fan. We get chatty when we play one another, and it's been rough over the couple years. I ain't gonna say it's not, but I hate the Redskins even more than everybody else because
Hate is a pretty strong word, man.
I hate the Redskins, and I don't care what name they want to change themselves to. They're still gonna be watching whatever mess.
Yeah, I think they backs are against the wall right now. They got to do something, and hopefully they help that brand. You know, they're in NFC East. They go against the Cowboys, but hopefully it help out their brand because they need it.
I mean,
they need it.
For this to take a left from a conversation standpoint, the last time the name change actually came up was the last time we had a racial incident that rocked the nation. Is when they brought this up, is when they really wanted to address this and then try to make it, let's go ahead and go in and change this name. And then once kind of things died down elsewhere, this also died down and got swept under the rug. And here we are 5 years later, bam, same thing again. And what happens to pop up? Oh, need to change the Redskins name. But again, to say this ain't the first rodeo for this particular topic. And it seems it's only come up now in the past 5 years due to current events.
Right. No, I agree with that. I think that in this, what helps to kind of keep the fans going is a certain resident in the White House who likes to fan the flames. He just does. And then you have the minority owners saying, I want out because I don't want to deal with Dan Snyder. And I don't think that has anything to do with the name. I think it's just his dominating failure that he has. He makes some pick certain quarterbacks, even though the rest of them said, no, we're good. He's like a play toy. And they have been failing for now over a decade. And he's a poor man's Jerry Jones.
And that's who needs to go. You're gonna change the name, go on and let him stay up too. And just, we'll go from there. Because Dan Snyder he is one of the worst owners in the league right now. I mean, when you look at it, it's just like you said, he has done nothing for that organization.
Right.
But I mean, draft bus after bus after bus. So yeah.
Now
go too.
Brian is saying from a civil rights perspective, it needs to be changed. And I totally understand that. I sat back and I thought about, man, what if they change the name to the Washington Red Tails? You honor the military and you also honor African Americans. Now, I don't think that brother gonna do that. That brother doesn't make good decisions. You get the military up in that piece. You getting African Americans, which you're in DC, you in the DMV area,
Chocolate City.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna hit all kind of areas by doing that. I'm like, you're not gonna do that. And he has a minority coach, and you have a minority franchise quarterback in Hopkins. So you have all those things, or Haskins, I mean, you have all those things circulating, but this guy does not know how to cook with the ingredients he's been given. And I don't think he's gonna I think he'll do some dumb stuff like say the Washington Generals. Like why? Like
even FedEx, which is the sponsor for the deal, FedEx also reached out, and said, please change the name. Otherwise, they think about taking their name off the field.
Right. Yeah. And that's what it comes down to is, as you said, 5 years ago, these came up. but the money didn't come up. Now Nike saying I'm not going to put your merchandise on our online stuff, things of that nature. And that's what we started seeing is when you start dealing with people's money, things start to change.
Things start changing. Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I think they're really in a real consideration. Unless, like you said, if it blows over, if we get to the football season, and especially the Redskins have a good season, they to the playoffs. We do a lot of stuff. We're winning.
Crossing, right? Crossing fingers.
A lot of crossing fingers.
A lot. Right. Talk about my same division.
Right. Last Sunday they had the AFC Championship game on, and I felt so like, oh, now this is what looks right. It feels good to see good football on TV. But like you said, cross your fingers. So my hope is that they do make the change because, as Brian said, from a civil rights perspective, and I think that and especially with the Redskins' history, it was the last NFL franchise to put a African American on their team because the owner was racist. It was an owner who forced his team to sing Dixie. It just has a lot of overtones, and these are things that can amend that and make that franchise better. Where somebody who like, I hate y'all, could maybe ease a little bit and say, I just dislike you.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So we had another thing that happened on July 4th that we moved from talking about Patrick Mahomes with big news today, talking about the Redskins. The next big news that happened on July 4th. And man, I love.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Pastor froze.
I think Pastor froze up. Got out of here.
Yeah, Pastor froze.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll come back in the morning. But yeah, the news was Kanye West announcing that he may run for president. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, hey, look, a show of hands. Who voting for Kanye?
I don't think he gonna get that many votes. But it was shocking.
I think what happens is that a lot of people cannot and refuse to figure out how they can take away, things that he says and things that he does. Like, how can I deal with Kanye, the artist, the producer, but then how do I also deal with Kanye West, the man who, said disparaging remarks about slavery, but this is the guy that wants my vote, and so I think that, I think when November comes, people just have to do their research before then and just vote. I can't say too much, but, just, do your research and vote.
Do your research, vote. I don't even think it's going to get to a point to where he's actually out here running. I mean, he announced it, but I mean, I haven't seen any news of him actually taking any steps, towards actually putting that in motion. But I mean, the news sells. And I mean, I see Pastor's back.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, y'all. As the old folks would say, the devil busy.
Right before we started all this, Pastor mentioned he mentioned that something like the Kanye deal, as well as a few other topics that we were discussing, is distractions. And I mean, it's just perfect time. It's perfect press time for Kanye. Jump out. Hey, I'm running for president. Everybody's looking over here now.
Right.
What's Kanye doing? Kanye ain't dropped no album. God knows how long. Kanye been releasing all these ugly clothes, all type of stuff. He just got picked up by Gap clothing to help revive their brand. If you still wearing Gap, it's probably the time to stop now. But it's just, I don't think it's even getting there. But I guarantee he will have a bunch of us right in line to check that box just because he is one of us.
Yeah, that's true. And one of the comments Brian made was, you see Trump haven't made any noise about it because, I mean, it's just about they're trying to use it to take votes from Biden to help Trump re-election. So it's just a gimmick. it's just a gimmick. Just Kanye, he advocaatly supported President Trump, and it's like this can help him because if
Well,
I'm gonna, if my like Jason said, if you know our people are Black Americans are gonna take votes away and from Biden to vote for him, that's gonna help Trump out because nobody else gonna give him votes.
well, let me say this, and I'm not screaming from Windows 98, but anyway, I think because I talked so much noise about Jermaine last week, it tried to come for me. It came in strong. It said, "You will not be in smoke. You will be gone." I'm like, "Oh, what did happen?" I'm like, "Damn." Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think Jason's right. Kanye does stuff to sell product. He's an entertainer. Okay, so that's one thing. I know I've heard what people said, what like AJ said, that it would take votes away from Biden, and I guess in my head is Trump is going to get at least 5 to 8, maybe 10% of the African American vote. That's just a normal what happens every election, no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
First of all, Kanye got to file paperwork. He's not always the best on paperwork. You have to actually file paperwork, and you got to have the money to file in 50 states. Okay, so that's one. Are you going to spend money on money that you're going to lose anyway, or is he trying to make more money, like Jason kind of alluding to, that people are not going to your site that maybe not even be fans? These might be people who out of Branson, Missouri, who like, yeah, I love me some Kanye, and then they go and buy that stuff and you know whatever. I personally don't think he takes vote from Biden. I think he takes other votes from Trump who were also African American. Because I can't see a Biden African American vote. Why would you vote for Kanye? I know he black, but Kanye has got, I mean, Taylor Swift. We got Taylor Swift. He didn't talk about Beyonce, Jay-Z. He talked about they got killers. I mean, the list goes on about Kanye and his relationship with the African American culture right now. I mean, and I feel like those some folks that if you vote for Kanye, you didn't even want to come vote anyway. Like, come on, dog. Like, you want to vote and Kim Kardashian, your first lady? Come on, man. Really?
Just showed up
Really?
for the sticker.
That don't look right. That don't look right.
And you say in the White House, I mean, we already doing one issue in the White House. Now you talking about it on. I can't even talk. You think the Kardashians going to be in the White House? The Kardashians? Oh no, 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 no. Kanye going to help us get through Corona? Oh heck.
Nah.
Oh, well,
with the designer face mask.
Yeah, he gonna
Right.
he gonna have a Yeezy. It's gonna be a Yeezy face mask.
right. I'm
Hey,
like, I
look,
can't even.
to celebrate
$5,000.
to celebrate that victory, man. Look, free concert on the White House lawn.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, am I gonna get the old hits? Are we doing college dropout? Are we doing what we doing? You know,
Sunday service.
And Sunday service on each Sunday. I'm like, no, man, that's too much. That's
Right.
like,
That's too
Right.
much. Yeah.
but see, but that's where like just that it could be a legitimate run, which I don't think it is. I think it's a gimmick. I think it's silliness.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah.
But just for us to have to take it semi serious, because the guy who's in there was in kind of the same boat. This is another celebrity that you can't say, well, what's your resume really looking like? This is just a celebrity guy, and he won. He beat somebody who did have experience. I mean, no matter you love or hate or whatever, but she had experience. This guy, first time run for elected office ever, wins. And you see the situation that we're in now.
Right.
And could America then go vote for somebody like this dude, Kanye, and Kim Kardashian? Oh my goodness.
I'm moving to Canada.
I think the border is still blocked. I don't think they can let you in. We got Corona so bad.
Free healthcare in Canada.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
they probably got free Wi-Fi. I want to be funny because I don't want that.
That's actually a good comment.
Again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish Kanye would do better. I feel like, I just wish he'd do better because this is not the way you make things better for our nation. Our nation don't need this right now. We don't
Right.
need you or your wife.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
Address that comment in the live.
Okay. Oh, it says they know that the black community is lost, so they're trying to capitalize on it. It's actually a slap in the face that they do not take us seriously politically. I think that's a real strong statement. I think Kanye has so many problems. I don't want to speak on the loss of his mother, but I feel like ever since then it's been a little rough. And I think Trump kind of played him. He played into it, and I think that's why you see Jay-Z and a lot of other folks kind of back away from Kanye. And it was funny, the guy on TMZ kind of talked to Kanye about, like, man, you hurting the culture, and you don't see that because he said stuff like slavery was a choice, and like, I mean, I'm like, Kanye got his resume of wild stuff he said is too strong.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna vote for that dude?
Right.
I mean,
so,
same thing happened for 45. That's in office now. He
right.
said a lot of wild stuff and still
He
got
did.
right to the podium.
He did.
Right.
I think that this says to this. I'm not telling you who to vote for, because I would not do that. I can't do that for many, many reasons. But this is what I would tell you: on both sides, don't get lazy. Because this is July. It's gonna be some more stuff until you get to November. And I think President Obama said that don't get arrogant. He just said that last week. Don't get cocky and arrogant because you're like, I'm about to, because you saw that 4 years ago. You started visiting states, Madam Clinton. You didn't go to Wisconsin. You didn't go to Michigan. And so then you lost those. You got to put that work in. And so I would say the same thing for whoever's running. Don't get lazy, because your laziness is going to produce something that you don't want. And then you need to grind. This is a hustle. This is a hustle. All the way to know on November, that Wednesday, then you can rest and chill.
Yeah.
So,
and also for those that don't know, remember that there is an election coming up this month.
Yeah, there's still early voting going on. Our church, when all this part is over, we're going to be registering folks to vote. My hope is to unite with other churches. And like I said, we would never, ever say who you should or should not. But when we say you should vote, because folks die for that. I don't care if you're African-American, white, Latino, whomever. There are folks on all sides that die just for you to be represented. And when you don't vote, you are hurting your representation. So this is an election that it needs to be all highlights of everybody going in and voting on a major scale. So my goal is for us to take at least 1,000 or more folks to the polls. We want to make sure that people know, and not just a vote in this election, but to continue that kind of same effort when we're talking about school board elections, city council elections, councilmen, whatever, because people, that's how they respect. When you don't have money, you have to have power in people. And that's a lesson MLK himself taught us. That you have to have if you don't got money, you got to have some people power. And that's what we're going to bring to it. Okay, so we ain't talk about Kanye. We ain't got through that. And I can't even listen to no stuff right now from him. He's starting to get in that R. Kelly area. Anyway.
Whoa, wait.
I say it. Man, it's too much. You've done too much. And I appreciate Kurt Moss saying, does it really matter who's the president if the people aren't in the House and in local? Yes, that's why we talked about that last piece. That is not, you can't vote in this election. We got to be committed to voting. I think you start voting, say, I want to vote in the next 4 to 6 years, you can totally change and make our country better by those who are being able. And some of y'all need to run. Don't just come in here and vote. Go and get brave enough to go and actually run in these elections. And you see, just like that girl from the young lady from the Bronx, AOC, she was, I think, a bartender.
She was a waitress.
A waitress?
Uh-huh.
She said, I'm gonna get out here and make a change myself. Hey, and she won. And so what I'm saying, and she worked hard and she knocked off a long-standing committee chairman, matter of fact. So that may be Brother Jason coming out of I won't call it East Texas almost. running
Yeah.
the Maryland campaign, and maybe running Irvin, and Nation get the Grove. I mean, hey, you know,
Hey,
I-
the next city of Urban Meyer, man. The next city of Urban
there you
Meyer.
go. Y'all can't lose no more. Okay, so our last topic that we have is what is your top 3 current athletes? A lot of times we talk about who is a GOAT and we go backwards. So, we all heard the Michael Jordan, LeBron discussion, which we'll one day talk about that. But who are your top 3 athletes? I'm going to put mine out there. Mine is Patrick Mahomes. I can't deny the brother today. He ain't got paid for his work. I'm put Lamar Jackson. This brother, when he takes out with the ball and now he's throwing, is so nice. So I'm not gonna not put that. And then my dude is still my dude, LeBron James. I'm still gonna put him in my top 3 athletes. I'm gonna let y'all take that floor.
I think my top 3 would be Zion Williamson, LeBron, and KD.
Okay.
It's 3 basketball players.
Okay.
Jason, what you got?
I'm going last.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
Jason want to go last. Okay.
Okay.
My top 3, in no particular order. But of course, it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers. If anybody know me, I'm not a Packers fan, but I do love Rodgers. I think that's one of the best quarterbacks in the game right now. Sorry, Pat Mahomes. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with KD. I do think he is the best player in the NBA. It's not LeBron.
Wow.
It's not LeBron. I do not believe it's LeBron or Russell Westbrook.
Man.
So I'm gonna have to say KD. And then just to end it, I'm a Cowboy fan. Love my Cowboys. I'm not gonna say Dak, Jason, but I will say Ezekiel Elliott.
Man.
Oh, so they laughing at my thing.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
No. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that, man. I mean, I want to address Jermaine's reaction when he started naming when he said KD was the hottest.
Right. I want to hear that KD for a second.
Yeah. I mean, my list is all over the place. I got Lamar Jackson. We go to the baseball side. I will go Mike Trout. He did get his money. All around guy. And then I'm gonna have to throw LeBron in there. As much as I hate LeBron, but throw LeBron in there.
Okay. You know what? Can you get your wife? But anyway,
Really?
hey,
I'm here, yeah.
So we had one comment saying, and I like that we talk about boxers. I think a lot of times,
I forgot about boxing.
Right, growing up, boxing was so big in my life. I mean, Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, thing like that, and now boxing kind of pops up here and there. I might know more UFC than the boxing at times, but I like that. Errol Spence Jr. I like that. So I feel like all of us got some LeBron love. Come on, man.
Hey, can I replace LeBron with John Jones from the UFC?
Okay. You need to replace KD. That's what you needed to do. But anyway,
look, y'all gonna quit sleeping on.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. You gonna put John Jones in there? I mean, he can't stay away from the stuff. You can't have no guy in there with no asterisks by his name.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I will admit that my guy gets in his fair share of trouble, but when he's on, he's on. It's just
when he's off, he's off.
Hey, look, that's a whole new meaning to let me get into my bag so I can get big.
and I knew Jermaine won't say KD because KD's a bandwagon. just like Jermaine.
Here we go.
He is. What?
We finger pointing now.
Look, and I know. Look, KD probably gonna get on here with his his Twitter burners. You know that's cool. Let me what you take account, KD. Get on here. But I ain't gonna hate on you.
It's because LeBron don't got that kind of time doing all them Taco Tuesdays right now. Every day Taco Tuesday now.
Look, LeBron
Monday Taco Tuesday.
LeBron is a business. He don't do business. He is a business. I mean, I like LeBron for this reason. Everything he represents. And I know we talking about athlete, but I like the total package. His brother started schools. He took brothers from the hood, and now you got to respect them in the boardroom. I mean, and then when Kyrie talking about, hey, we can start our own league and all this other stuff, even the guy from the Clippers says, I go wherever LeBron does. Because at the end of the day, that's what everybody else is going to do. LeBron is the face of the league. He is the NBA. LeBron says, we're not going to play. They're not going to play. And LeBron said, we're going to play. We're going to do our thing. We're going to do our thing. So that's why I'm a big LeBron fan. Being a fan for a long time.
Except for tears in his eyes.
Oh.
Always crying. Little bandwagon. That's what y'all are.
Who are your people again? It was KD.
AD, yeah.
Okay,
Zeke.
you know he'll cry baby.
And Aaron Rodgers.
KD, Zeke, and Dak.
Come on, dude.
Look, I love Cowboys, but I didn't mention not a Cowboy because Ezekiel, he
It's
can't
still the best running back in the game.
unless he was at the ball.
Right, he got a couple of asterisks too.
Right.
Oh,
He got to keep his hands to himself. I mean, okay.
Right.
But I just saying, he down on McKinney. That's how he got the corona. Because he kept on McKinney. Now you in an uptown every night, dog. Stay home.
hey.
Every
He
day.
ain't having Taco Tuesday. That's why.
Somebody also mentioned Serena Williams, and I do not want to disrespect because Serena. They say you got that worst list. But anyway, AJ, but Serena Williams, man, speechless. I mean, for me, because Serena Williams, beautiful, smart, and so talented. And I think we sometimes overlook her because we overlook tennis. But I mean, just a true dominating force. So yes, and yes, AJ does have the worst.
I may have the worst list, but I named my favorite. It was my favorite top three.
Hey,
I didn't say y'all top three. I said my top three.
Why your volume go up to this notch, bro? I mean, take it out your chest, man. What?
Right. Say, like you say it with your chest.
You feeling some type of way?
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's all in my chest. Say what I said.
Oh man,
say it with your chest.
Man, you talking like you want to pull up to somebody's house, man. Hey, man, this is a church stream, man. Come easy, relax, man, relax.
Well, I'm coming with holy water, then.
We should have taken communion first.
Oh
God!
It's fine because everybody that said I got a worse list. Nobody want to come on the court with me. I take anybody one-on-one.
Demetri has a good question. What other female athletes would you add to the list? You know, in the WNBA, there's quite a few that could be added to that list. I'm a big track fan. I'm listening to Tokyo Olympics right now. But we definitely have we got a girl, Skylar from the Wings. She's real nice. So we definitely have some really great. I mean, Serena to me is the queen. Like you just can't run up on her. She's untouchable in her spot as not a great female athlete, but just period a great athlete. Y'all have anybody y'all like to suggest in that?
I'm scared to say my opinion, but I'm gonna say Odessa Sims, out of Baylor, point guard. Used to played in Dallas a little bit. Candace Parker. Okay, that's a nice one.
gonna say Troy. Her name is Troy Mullins. She's on the women's tour. She's a black golfer, like driving 300 plus off the tee. She beats.
Nice.
And I want to say there's a young lady that runs track and field at LSU that I want to say, isn't she from Dallas?
Yeah. Like,
so went to Carter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah.
I think I saw her because the ESPN replayed one of the old track championships.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who's this young lady? And they said she's from Dallas, and out of Carter. So I think that's real nice. Nate's on here. Oh, Gabby Douglas. Well.
We said Karen because I would have said her too, but we said Karen.
But no, Simone
Biles,
that girl. Now you talk about dominating. She's doing new stuff in gymnastics. That they're like, how you doing that? So, and she has her own gymnastics location now, so they can move away from the scandals that kind of plagued them in those old locations with the old coaches there. So Nate Yao said LeBron. I think LeBron, everybody has a consensus. We can agree. Russell Wilson and Kyrie. I got love for young Nate. I got love for young Nate. Russell's not bad, y'all. He's not bad. I just don't know. Sometimes, and I don't want to say, thank you, Sister Richardson.
Kyrie Richardson, that is right. Yeah.
Right. Russell, he needs some help. That everybody gonna need help. I really want to pick on the Kyrie. Kyrie, is it all right to say Kyrie may be a little bit overrated?
Yeah.
I've been saying it for years.
He got the best handles in the game,
but his mental, he want to do philosophy.
That's a whole
game.
That's a whole nother segment, though, right there. That's taking a whole nother segment. Just because he's like the whole the flat Earth thing. He got to speaking on that, and they just ran him. They just took him to the ringer. That was, he can't let that one down, and it's been bad ever. It's been bad ever since.
Hey, and he was kind of, and I understand his hesitation about replaying the league, the season, and everything, but starting on league. I appreciate talking about the empowerment, but just sometimes I feel like Kyrie, I'm going to take the unpopular opinion right now, and I'm just going to do that. Not that it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be devil's advocate all day, every day. And he in Boston, it did not go well. Now we're in New Jersey. I just sometimes be the greatest athlete. Can you also be a great teammate? And I wonder next year with the Nets, with having KD and Kyrie, how that really gonna play out?
No, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, because these are not I always want to remind people about KD. KD went to the Warriors after his own team they were up 3-1. And I'm not gonna tell you the Thunder have the best GMs. We all understand the Thunder have the worst GM. They had 3 MVPs on their team, and you would not sign Harden for a measly $5 million more. But then you gave the same money to some dude that was not on Harden's level. Hey, gotcha. But KD, you always want to run to a situation where you don't have to put in all that. It's already good. And I on that's why I'm not the biggest KD fan.
Dude's still the truth.
He never been on a scrub team. I don't know how good this dude is.
I mean, he ball.
It's play speak for it. When you averaging 35, 40 points a game, you got to be a baller.
But you can't
speak for itself.
But you can't. How's it getting double?
LeBron had help too. LeBron had help, and when he don't got help, he can't win.
LeBron
can't win.
The early Cleveland team. You saying LeBron had help?
He ain't win no ring then. That's why he left and went to Miami.
He was dragging them because he was dragging his dudes. He was dragging them all the way to the NBA championship.
Then he
KD
went
ain't
back.
dragged nobody. He ain't never
Then he-
dragged a soul.
Then he went back to Cleveland because he had Kyrie and they was getting Kevin Love and all them boys. And he ain't gonna win in LA. Ain't no help. AD ain't no help. He ain't gonna win there.
See, this is not on our topic list, and that's a whole
Yeah.
another segment.
He ain't gonna
Right.
win.
Okay,
I mean, if anything, they gonna be in the big dance if they have it this year.
Who? The
LA.
Mavericks. Mavericks.
And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not a LA fan, man. I'm just looking at the teams, the teams in the.
Okay, and when they don't win, then what? Then what we gonna say?
I want to say they probably just gonna be on to next year just because of what this year was.
But people gonna be like, oh, because it was the year Taco Tuesdays and all of this.
I
But
did not know how much you had hate for LeBron. I never knew that.
I mean,
I knew you for a long time. I mean, it's strong. Did he do something though?
his background is on fire right now.
he did something to me. He went to Miami. He went to Miami when the Mavericks was trying to get our stuff together.
Right, but we beat Miami. We
Yeah,
beat
but
them.
still, I just don't like them. I don't like them.
I see
don't like
now. I see.
I ain't like Miami. I ain't like Miami before he got there. Definitely didn't like him when he got there. And didn't like him after.
Me either. But now I see. Okay. Okay.
The comment in the chat about LeBron took his team to the finals by himself, and KD couldn't do that with the other two other stars in Oklahoma.
Personality. That wasn't on KD. That's personalities. That's personalities. I don't care. If you put too many different personalities on the same team, it's headache. That's just what y'all just said about Kyrie and KD. They're not gonna go do nothing together because personalities are different. You gotta have teamwork. You gotta be a great teammate.
But
that's
KD,
one thing. KD he's not a great teammate, but he's a baller. He's a baller.
No doubt, he is a baller. He is a baller.
He's a baller. That's what he my guy.
I'm glad.
If I take him one-on-one with LeBron, I'm gonna take him.
Now I see you like people that got a little chip on their shoulder. Aaron Rodgers, KD. I see you, like they could go scrap somewhere.
Aaron Rodgers been the GOAT.
Well, okay, y'all. I mean, it got lively. I mean, the page is going another level. Nate y'all said AD not no help. He just got questions for you. Got questions for you. Okay. All right.
Unibrow, dude. Okay. Hey, come to me when they win. Come to me when they win. Okay. It's this year or next year. Whenever they ain't gonna win. I'll be mad right now.
For everybody in attendance, AJ is doing one-on-one video calls with anybody who got something to say. I will post the links.
I don't want how to build AJ in the gym because AJ said,
"Hey, it don't go that
about KD."
Hey, it don't go that far. It don't go that far. It's different if y'all was talking about Luka, Porzingis or Dirk or somebody.
Why would we be talking about them?
then I'm gonna pull up. But somebody like LeBron, I ain't gonna pull up on LeBron, man. He ain't my. You gotta be a Maverick for me to pull up on.
Okay. Ooh, you brought a tear to my eye talking about Luka. These dudes get better speak the language to talk with us.
Luka gonna be better. Luka gonna be better than LeBron.
Whoa! Wait a minute! Wait!
When it's all said and done,
wait.
Now, to AJ's defense, I got only one thing to say is that the numbers Luka is putting up right now, if he continues to average that, then his name is going to be up there in the top of the stratosphere.
But I don't think he'll ever be better than LeBron though. Like, he's an amazing talent, but he'll never be a LeBron James. Like,
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And LeBron James will never be a Michael Jordan.
True.
Or Kobe Bryant.
See, he's not on the topic list.
Here we go.
No, but see, that's because that's a whole topic in itself. And you know what? Well, I appreciate, and we're gonna leave it there. I want to leave it there. We're about to go.
LeBron better than Jordan. Oh Lord. Okay, it's the end of the night. LeBron better than Jordan.
So
okay, that's a whole conversation by itself.
Yeah,
right.
LeBron is just athletic. That's it.
I mean, because you take that LeBron better than Jordan comment, and then you got to tie in. I mean, you also have to look at the eras. People always want to talk about the eras of when Jordan played versus when LeBron playing now. You look at what was allowed in the league, and what's not allowed in the league now from a physicality standpoint.
Right.
That's like comparing teams. When they start comparing, the championship team from then, Jordan's team, against whoever, and it's like, man, like these boys can't take no fouls right now.
Right.
Compared to folks getting busted in the mouth back in the day, and wasn't nobody saying nothing.
Right.
And I want to say this: Jordan also didn't play in this season of social media, where last year that was revealed on The Last Dance. Oh, he was doing this, he was doing that. So your teammates would know more, and the society would know more how you doing folks dirty.
Yeah.
So
he didn't cry either.
And ask KD all his burner Twitter accounts. So I say all that to say the chemistry that Jordan had may be different in this season, where you won't have to respect folks. Taking folks dinners and stuff. That was a guy on Twitter real quick. How he did Horace Grant, things like that. So that's what I'm saying, but you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Because I see folks they chopping up on this. So
yeah, they is.
We're gonna bring that topic, LeBron, and we need to bring Kobe because Kobe gets forgotten.
Yeah,
LeBron,
you can't forget Kobe.
To me, Kobe is the first one that really felt that social media, and I don't want to get all into that right now, but he felt that a little bit. So LeBron, please don't forget about Magic Johnson. That was my first favorite. But who's the greatest basketball player? And if you can say that, if you really can say that of all time, because I think basketball like boxing. Can I say they're the greatest boxer? Joe Louis was great. Jack Johnson was great. Dempsey was great. Muhammad Ali, great. But that's different time periods too.
Yeah, I think you have to do it by different eras. You can't just say, this person is the greatest. Like, I mean, it's the era.
Yeah.
So that's where we're gonna bring. So that's gonna be on top of the list. Who's the greatest basketball player? And if you can say that, of all time, go ahead, Jason.
I seen something today that said, it said 23-year-old Sugar Ray versus 25-year-old Floyd. They both the same weight. They was 147. Yeah, it was an Instagram post. It was just like, who you got, and I think reach, Sugar Ray had him by 2 inches on reach.
I think I'm still gonna go with Floyd.
And I'm gonna go with Sugar Ray because Sugar Ray was aggressive. He didn't play he wasn't a defensive specialist or like Floyd. He gonna come get you. As Durant, no mas.
I mean, we can cover that. That's a whole other convo too.
Yeah, we'll pick that up next week.
Okay. Because I know we over time. Man, this has been great.
And this has been a great night.
Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. So Monday, and please like, share, and subscribe on your Facebook, on YouTube. We try and grow our brand, Brothers on the Block. Also, please on Wednesdays, check out Sister Circle. They're going to be talking about mental health this Wednesday coming up. And it's important because in this time of everything going on, we got to start checking on our mental health. They're going to be bringing in an expert to talk and discuss that. We're going to be back next Monday. This Monday night is Brothers on the Block. So I want to just appreciate these brothers. Thank you, Jason, AJ, and Jermaine for your contribution. Because it don't even feel like it's been an hour. I feel like we just got in and they need to give us a real talk show, don't they?
Right.
Come on.
Ticket. Oh, Jason.
This dude.
Yeah, Jason. See, that's how Jason did me right there. Jason did me like that, and it did feel like I feel like Windows 95. It wasn't 98.
Windows 98.
I look for that AOL dollar. Right. So it's not working. Can you hang up the phone? Some of them young cats ain't gonna feel that. I'm like, that's how it was. Hang up the phone. Okay, I'm online.
Somebody pick up the phone, you just get cut right off.
Right.
Ain't no more MySpace.
Uh-uh.
Why the phone making all the static? I'm on the computer. Hang it up.
I got homework. While you trying to copy and paste your assignment off of some paper. Anyway, maybe y'all did all y'all stuff correctly. All right, y'all.
So I say Pastor Windows 98 mark.
I tell you a screen name, but we ain't got time for that right now. Hey,
No,
look,
we really don't.
Right.
He got me sweat over here, boy. No, we don't. We don't. No, we're gonna conclude. Windows 98 was a G back in college. That got you through. Don't hate on Windows 98. If some of y'all got degrees, because y'all had Windows 98. Right? So don't hate on your degree. That got you. Woo, Jason got me. Oh, that was the era too. That was the era. We come a long way. All right, y'all. If I can end this in a quick prayer, then we're gonna close out. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything given us, Lord. Bless the time that we already had, Lord. Grow this brand, and Lord, I pray for those that tune in and will tune in later. Just bless their life, and God, we just thank you for who you are and what you're doing. In Jesus' name, we pray, amen. Hey, y'all. Want y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all back next Monday. We're gonna hit it with the topics. AJ gonna come with another whack list. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I probably will. But it's my list. That's all that matters. It's my list.
What's that? Oh, Barry Bonds. Okay, that's so much, and we always gonna have that in our segments, y'all. Kind of just throwing back how it was. So next week, everybody gear up for LeBron and the Michael Jordan, Kobe, Magic Johnson. Name your names.
Somebody asked for a special guest appearance next week.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Brian, send an email to Victory Baptist Church of Dallas at gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll holler at you. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Y'all have a great time. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.
All righty.
Out, man. Dallas Cowboy night.